Good evening, everyone. I hope you're well. Happy Sunday. Is it happy at this point in the Sunday? I don't know. I'm wondering how many of our international audience are confused as hell about me being here like an hour later as well. So if you did find your way here from America, New Zealand, Australia, or whatever, and you're very confused, sorry about the clocks changing here. But here we are, 7 o'clock still my time. Don't know what it is where you are, but welcome in, guys. Hope you're all good. Hope you're good. Let's say hello to you, lovely lot. Welcome in, LJ. Hope you're well, mate. Alan, good to see you, fella. I tell you what, guys, I've got to fix some roles there. Alan, you should absolutely have a VIP badge, mate, by now. I'll sort that out at some point. Give me a nudge in Discord. Dave Bart, hope you're good. JSB, hope you're good. Lace, welcome in. Daniel, Hacky, good to see you, mate. Who else you got? Barry, hope you're well. Liam, hope you're well. Tom, welcome in. Steve, how's it going? Who else we got? Robo with the 6-month badge already. Time flies when you're having fun. Guys, we're currently sitting around 100 subs on Twitch. That's mad. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. Welcome in, Johnny. How I've not called you Johnny Bravo yet with your username being Johnny Alpha, I don't know. But so far, so good. I almost did. Tony, welcome in. Daz, welcome in. Steve, Will, good to see you all, guys. Hope you're well. We're on Saxlingham tonight. Don't forget, it's Sunday. I did kind of forget that on Friday. We're on Saxlingham tonight. I'm in the middle of a flare, by the way, so if I seem grumpy at times, don't take it personally, guys. Just in pain. But I hope you're all well, guys. Hope you're all well. I've still got a problem with my freaking hip. getting freaking out now because I've packed all my bags and that for my little London and Paris trip next weekend. There's a lot of weight to carry, right? And like poor old Dylan can help me being 7 years old. And yeah, I'm starting to worry about traveling now, but here's what it is. It's been screwed since the start of the year. But I hope you're well, guys. Welcome in, Ben. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I don't think I've got any news to tell you. I don't think I've literally survived since Friday. I went to garden centre yesterday. That was false hope. Like, oh, I thought if I go and get all my plants and that might motivate me. No, there's no way I could do any gardening this weekend. Like an old man. But yeah, I went to garden centre on Saturday, and today I've done sweet FA. Like, literally nothing. I mean, bloody useless. Bloody useless. Robert, celebrating 4 months of membership. Thank you, mate. Can't stay, going out to celebrate my mum's birthday. Happy birthday to Robert's mum. Thank you very much for being a contractor member on YouTube, mate. Really appreciate it. I think you've been there with since the start, haven't you? I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Did you get the fish for your boy? Yes, we did. I was raging, Leslie. I was raging, right? So the aquatics place was full, so I said to my wife and son, look, while you're waiting, I'll go and get all this stuff in the boot of the car, because I'd like loads of bed and plants and stuff like that. So there's a plane going over in Saxlingham in the background, in case anyone's wondering what that noise is. And yeah, I thought I'll just go put stuff in the car, and I'd give them a very strict thing. I said 2 males to 4 females. They're live bearers. I do not want a situation where I've got fish coming out my ears, or someone's getting bullied in the tank and I have to deal with it by getting a bloody second tank and all this, right? Because I can see where this is going, right? I can see where this is going. I come back and, well, sorry, yeah, there was a woman server. She'd only been working there a couple of weeks. She didn't know how to tell them apart. So I was like, for fuck's sake. So I was like, give us a bag. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. And yeah, typically, I got the other way round. Instead of 4 to 2 female to male ratio, I got 4 males to 2 females. It's going to be a frickin' nursery in there in about 3 months' time. Then I'm going to have another headache to deal with. Tell you, don't be a parent, guys. Just one thing after another. Even the good things you see on Instagram, people sharing, oh, little Timmy got his first pet today. Even that stuff's frickin' stressful. You end up having to deal with it all yourself. Absolute waste of time. But he's happy. That's the main thing. He's happy. Tony, thank you so much for the gifted membership, mate. I can't see from this view how many you're giving out on the channel, but it's a lot. Thank you so much over on YouTube, Tony. No, you don't have to. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, mate. Guys, if you're on the receiving end of any gift subs or memberships on Twitch and YouTube tonight, respectively, don't forget to say thank you in the chat. It's a good way of getting people involved. It's a good way of sort of acknowledging those people that support us and keep it going. Fish farmer at last. Yeah, I don't mind in real life. I ain't doing it for fun in a game, though. I ain't doing it for fun in a game. Welcome in, JCB. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you had a good weekend. Right, let's jump into the game. But yeah, raging. Why am I getting loads of... What are all the alert things? Because I'm not seeing anything coming up on... Oh, Hacky. Sorry, that's a bit delayed. Hacky gave 3 months of membership. Thank you, Hacky. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you for being a contractor on YouTube for 3 months. All you wonderful people. Appreciate you guys. Welcome in, Flame. Paying for your beard trims, Joel. Oh, my son spent all day trying to pull it and wrestle me, and because obviously I was fairly immobile today, so we do like chair wrestling. Just what, you know, if you're a dad, you still got to beat up your kids somehow, ain't you? So like, just do it in a chair, right? And he kept trying to pull my bloody beard, and he went off again about me shaving it off. I was like, Dylan, I'm not shaving it off because I look like a pinhead. It's not happening. I said I wouldn't mind having a killer tash. I said, but I'm not shaving it all off. Right. So, you can all see me. Awesome. We're in the game. Saxlingham. August, where we left this, that's 10 o'clock in the morning. That's probably about 9 something. It's been running in the background for a few minutes. Minus 7,600. Don't worry about that. We've still got a ton of grass to pick up. And I have a little bit of a plan tonight to keep things interesting. So we're not just picking up grass, sleeping, cutting grass, picking up grass, sleeping. So we've got a little bit to finish up here. We've got to collect all this up. Get deafened by the mog for about an hour, I reckon. And then we're going to do something to make this a bit more homesteady. That's the plan, a bit more of a homesteady. Magic Feet, thank you so much for being a contractor. I can't believe that. Guys, shout out to the likes of, like, Magic Feet, who obviously I would normally associate you, Magic, with Twitch, right? And the fact that you've been a contractor, contractor membership on YouTube for 4 months. Really appreciate the support, mate. Thank you. They're mollies, Dave. They won't last very long in a local pond. They like warm, brackish water. Right, yeah. So we've got some plans for this later, but for now we've got some mog work to do, which I'm sure you'll all be delighted with. Right. Here she be. How loud is that? 'Cause I'm always conscious. But at least we fixed the audio issue, guys. If you can, let me know tonight if it disappears. But I will be keeping an eye out myself. But I'm confident we fixed the audio issue. Good old Windows 11. That we got to blame for that one. Good old Windows 11. The lovely mog indeed. Welcome in, Dainty. Hope you're good. Welcome in, ADC. Hope you're well. So yeah, guys, if I go quiet tonight, it's just I'm in pain, right? Don't take it personally. Right. Turn that on. Drop that. Turn on automatic drop. How do I do that on the farm stick? Button 24. There we go. Awesome. Let's rock and roll. Right, she's loud. Hang on, let's sort that out. Like, it's great we fixed the audio issue, but I'm now going to be shouting over the mog for the next hour. Welcome in, Jack. How are you, mate? I've been better, mate, but thank you for asking. I should be happy. I've only got to work Monday and Tuesday. Christ, this is definite. Let me turn that down a bit more. I've only got to work Monday and Tuesday this week, and then I've got 7 days off. So I should be, like, delighted. I should be delighted, but I've got a shed load of work to get done tomorrow. A ton of meetings on Tuesday. And I have the hip of a 90-year-old at the minute. So, yeah. It's not great seeing the light at nights now. No, I like it, Barry. I like it as a dog walker. I've had enough now of walking a dog in the dark morning and night. I'm quite happy now that when I'm going out in the morning, it's actually the sun's coming out. The bloody mog needs a different audio set, and I know that much. It deafens me when we use it on here. But thank God for the mixer, which again, guys, genuinely... Oh, hang on a minute. Ben, thank you so much for the super chat. Coffee for the Paris trip. Oh, you're a hero, mate. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ben. You didn't have to do that. But guys, with all these people I've been thanking for memberships and subs and that tonight, you know, it's for that reason why I've got an audio mixer now with sliders, right? So if the mog is loud, I can turn it down. If something's quiet, I can turn it up. I didn't have that option last time, not without tabbing out of the game and all that sort of stuff. So, like I say, when I say it generally goes into me making better content, it genuinely goes into me making better content. All the memberships and subs and all that stuff goes into a separate account. It never reaches my personal account. It's all there for me to, like, when my PC went bang the other month and I had to upgrade that, or when the light went bang and I had to upgrade that. That's what it's there for. So yeah, appreciate you all. Cheers, Ben. Appreciate the kind words, mate. Oh, I've drifted off trying to read chat now. This is a bit quicker going up this hill than when we were cutting it with the Massey, innit? Maybe next time we'll cut it with a mog. We'll dual mog it. Jill Moggett. Yeah, I don't like that, Tony. So, like, my dog never does, but when I go away on my trips, he gets into a bit of a habit, and like, ain't my wife's fault, you know. She's trying to get a kid to school and home from school and cooked and bed and fed and everything on time, plus deal with the dog. Ain't like she can take the dog for a walk once Dylan's asleep, right, and just leave him here. So he gets into a bit of a habit, and then I have to go bloody poo picking around the garden. That's the only time he does it. He never does it in the garden. Like, he'll almost flat out refuse to normally, which is not a nice thing. Tony, thank you so much for the farm manager membership renewal, mate. God, cheers for all the kindness tonight, guys. I wasn't expecting that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm sitting here all flushed and sweaty and uncomfortable and a little bit grumpy in pain. So I don't know what I did, but thank you. I also don't know why I looked at my light instead of the camera. I was supposed to look there, and I looked up there. It's been years since I had a camera up in that corner. What's that, Joel? Oh, dear. Is the camera in range for overheating? Yeah, I tried to move the PC a little bit. I haven't got the aircon set up yet, because like I say, it's extra money, right, to run it. And I know I sound like a tight old man doing that, but, you know, life's hard. But what I did on Friday night, in the ad break, I turned the camera off for a couple of minutes, and that seemed to help. There are not many streamers who get road rage with school buses whilst calling them tosspots. The ironic thing is, Ben, I forget I ever do that sort of behaviour, right? And then new people will join. I'll be like, we're a chilled community. Like, I try to be chilled. I try, but occasionally I let myself down. But that's being human. That's just being human. Oh, I'm conscious I'm sweaty. Sorry, guys. That might do it for some of you. Who knows? Everyone's got their own thing going on. Every time I see a negative bank balance on this save, I'm grateful to see grass on the ground ready to be collected and wrapped. Because it's a reminder that it's all right, Joel. You can pay off that bill in 2 months. Maybe not now, but in 2 months. What do you have for your Sunday dinners then, guys? My wife done me a roast chicken. If I was saying Norfolk, I'd say roost. She done me a roost. Roast chicken. Had chicken and chips tonight. I didn't want a full... Sometimes I don't want a full old Sunday dinner, do you know what I mean? And all the gravy and the heaviness that comes with it. Because I again come on here on a Sunday night lethargic as hell. But I had a nice chicken and chips with salad. That done me good, that did. I really need to go back to doing the old Norfolk Sound stuff on TikTok, because TikTok seemed to like that. Rust. That's why the streams work so well, being human. Cheers, Ben, mate. I think it's also why I struggle doing the videos, talking to myself, right? Because when I used to do the Saxlingham videos, it's really hard when you're just talking to yourself. Like, there's no one to play off. I've got nothing to bounce off. I find it very difficult. Peanut butter roll. Hell, Tony, you're living life. How are you getting on, though, mate? Are you on the mend? Barry had chicken and sweet potato fries. JTB Dave had a roast leg of lamb. Hell, man. I have to shoplift if I want a roast leg of lamb. At least I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm shocked every time I look at the price of lamb these days. Tacos. I had tacos midweek, Hacky. Yeah. My son, though, doesn't like Mexican food. He's a bit young to appreciate sort of spicy food, though, right? So my wife done like a bolognese, a minced bolognese with tacos. That was nice. Bit of a clash of cuisines, but he liked it. Dangy says, I'm now running 3 unimogs on my farm. One of them with the biggest engine to pull the bigger machines out. Brilliant. Yeah, I'd love to get the newer one, but we're a long way off that on this save. Long way off that. Guys, check out how you can still hear the audio, the mog, right? I know it's such a little thing, but it bloody infuriated me them couple of weeks it was doing that. I couldn't get to the bottom of it. And then I typically fixed it 5 minutes after the stream. But I'd spent ages trying to fix that issue before. Got nowhere with it. Yours are all the old ones as well. Cool. ENT specialist said my facial nerve is screwed for 6 months. Throat and ears should clear sooner. All the best for that, mate. Yeah, my old man always says there's no fun in getting old. To be fair, I think life can be pretty cruel regardless of age. Burger and fries from the takeaway, Ben. Nice. Nice. Oh, hell. Come on, Joel. Don't do this again. We've been here too many times. Sorry, we got to have it. Our local Morrison's had an Easter ale £50. JTB Dave, you don't have to justify it, mate. I'm only joking. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. But that sounds decent. My wife goes past a Morrison's for her work. I might have to get her to have a look at that. Tell her to buy it on the way home, though. Don't really fancy old leg of lamb sitting in there all day tomorrow. In her car. Yeah, that's the one meat. My wife doesn't like the smell of it cooking because she's a vegetarian, but she happily cooks with meat, and me and my son have meat and everything. But that's the one meat she doesn't enjoy cooking because of the smell. It has got a sort of unique smell, lamb, when it's cooking. Nice, Daniel, nice. It's great to see so much chat, guys. Friday night was very quiet for us. You get them sometimes, right? There's no point reading into it or beating yourself up about it, even though my brain will try and do that. But Friday night was pretty quiet for us, so it's great to see so much chat tonight. It helps me pass the time. It's hard work when you have to talk to yourself. But as always, shout out to all of our lurkers, guys. I don't expect it. I'm grateful for all of you. You enjoy the content and consume it however you like. Whatever works for you guys. Lurker love. Cheers, Alan. Yeah, shout out to all the lurkers, guys. We have a lot of them on Twitch in particular. Some of them been subbed for years as well. So know that I know you're there and I appreciate you all. Got to stop leaning forward because that's not going to help me bugger my back up as well as my hip. Cheers, toffee. Appreciate that. My wife loves toffees. I can eat them, but her whole family is mad about toffees. I think it's because you can get them from the pound shop. I just realised that could have sounded like I was casting aspersions there, and I wasn't. It was just a statement. Right, that's me getting a phone call from my mother-in-law again in the morning. Brilliant. Do you call us cheap, Joel? No, I didn't. You sound we're tight, Joel? No, I didn't. I just said you can get them for £1. So, you know, they're economic. Oh, my word. Why do I put myself in these positions? I used to rest a little bit easier, but now they go all up on YouTube in full. By the way, guys, I'm falling behind massively with the editing of these Saxlingham episodes. I think I've got the second half of a stream 2 weeks ago still to do, last Sunday and then tonight. So I'm faced with 5.5 hours of footage. So if some just go up as unedited lives, I apologise. You can find them all under the live tab. So if you're waiting, you don't have to wait. You can find all the lives in full under the live tab on YouTube. But yeah, and bearing in mind I'm going to lose basically all the next week. So I'm not. By the time I come back, that's going to be Easter. I can't afford an editor. I looked into it. I can't. I'd have to like stream an extra day a week to make up the cost of having an editor, and I just can't do that. So yeah, if some of them just go up as unedited lives, I apologise. I hope you're all liking Tony's dad jokes in YouTube chat, by the way. I'll let you decide in chat whether they're good or not. She wouldn't know where to bloody start, Kilted. I'm making up as I go along. She's too busy anyway. We're all too busy. That's the problem, innit? Life is too bloody busy. Welcome in, Tom. How's it going? Let's get these loose bits. It depresses me, Kilted, because I always think like you get one life, right, and you should be able to have a go at doing the things you enjoy. It just runs away from you. I don't have a day like today, right? I got a radiator I got to paint. I got a garden fence I got to finish painting that I started about 7 years ago. Oh god, that's handy. It rolled out of the way for me. Look, I got a front garden to sort. I got plants to put in, and then like, I have a day like today where I'm literally useless. There's nothing I can do about it, right? There's no point. There's no point getting angry about it. I will get depressed about it sometimes. There's no point getting angry about it. If my condition flares, right? And I can't do nothing. So I spent the day watching TV and playing games and chair wrestling my son. Like, and I had a good fun. I really enjoyed it. And often I can't see the good in that because I'm thinking too much about all the stuff I should have been doing. It'll be tomorrow or when my hip gets better that I'll start feeling shit about that I couldn't get that stuff done. But I think sometimes as well, it's easy to like lose sight of the time you do have. So like instead of today me looking out the window and all the shit I should be doing, I've been just trying to like enjoy having like totally uninterrupted time with my family. So because that doesn't happen very often. Yeah. But I say like I'm that type of person where I work all day, I come down, I ask my kid how he did at school, I go walk a dog, we sit together and have a dinner, and then I'm either back at this desk doing this sort of thing, or I'm doing something else like with a charity or whatever. And last week I've been sorting out insurances and stuff like that for the charity, which is a dry old and stressful subject. So yeah, I'm trying to think to myself, I've now got 7 days, 2 of them in London or 3 of them in London and Paris and that, where like there's no interruptions. I haven't got to take any work with me, so I'm going to try and make the most of that. Which is why I'm not streaming Tuesday night. I could stream Tuesday night, but if I'm doing that, then I'm not like looking forward to us leaving early in the morning, and I'll just like, well, get back into like sort of adventure mode. Yeah. And fences are bastards to paint at the best of times, right? Because they soak in. you end up doing about 3 coats on them. And I just can't, because like my back and everything, it's just pot luck when I can do them, right? So I'll often do it, like say we're having a barbecue or something, while my wife and son are messing about in a paddling pool or whatever. I'll just try and get a panel done. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing I'll do. Like just get one done at a time or whatever. Ain't the sort of thing I can spend all day doing. It'd cripple me. You wouldn't see me for a fortnight. Oh, I'm sweaty. Pain sweats. Does anyone else get pain sweats? I used to be embarrassed about it, but now I just accept it. It is what it is. No point trying to change it. Welcome in, Stan. I hope you had a good weekend, mate. Spent my entire life savings on pasta. It was worth every penny. Jesus Christ. That is about our level of humour here, though, isn't it? Let's be honest. I'm including myself in that statement. That is our level of humour here. I saw Farm Sim Briscoe put out a video earlier of Saxlingham 4X progress. Now got Newton Flotman in, which is basically that way down the A140. I hadn't had a chance to watch all yet, but I got the notification and watched like the first couple of minutes. Don't worry about the bank balance if you're just coming in, guys. It's early days in this save. It's early days in this save. The money will flow in time. Alright, I feel like I got into it now. We're warming up now. I need to remember to cut the grass with this mog next time because it's so much quicker up that hill than the poor old Massey. Don't forget, guys, on the last stream, we paid off the half pipes. That's one less monthly payment to worry about. We own a trailer. Great success. What you got to show for your all your millions you've put into this, Joel? Own a trailer. Tell your parents that when I ask to take you to prom. He owns his own trailer. I'm a fire and a burns tonight. Yeah, they'll get there soon. They'll get there soon. You might recall we've already had our first lot of piglets because we bought piglets. We put them in that new open air enclosure when they were 6 months old, and then we got piglets to put in the sow hut. So they've already bred once. So that's a good start. Once we start getting a regular income from pigs, then we can start thinking about expanding. But until then, we are going to be scratching around a little bit. Pork scratching around. Quite therapeutic, that mog. It becomes white noise after a while, doesn't it? Don't tell me it's stopped working again. Why can't I see it on my bar? Thought the mog dropped out then. I'm well happy. Finally got the chance to download Saxlingham yesterday. After months of waiting, I tell you what, Mr. Briscoe deserves a big thank you. We should all be very grateful to our modders. Yep, he's done a sterling job. It's just nice to work fields that are not flat, that have got irregular elevations, that have hedgelands, that have ditches, that have access gates, that have tree lines. Because all that stuff is, on the whole, missing in places like Riverbend. What is the loan now? Same as it was when we started this save on Saxlingham, mate. So we started with £1 million loan and no land, no assets. So that's what it is, and that's what it'll stay. So we bought the farm with it, we bought a field or two with it, and we got started with it. They were the sort of like the sort of narrative of the save and everything. First generation pig farmers with a £1 million loan. And it's going to be a while before we start even thinking about paying that off. Until we can get regular sort of pig paydays and everything. And afford pig food and all that jazz. First yawn, 7:40. Hell, that's an early one tonight. It's Sunday, though. It's Sunday. It's allowed on a... I don't know, actually. Should I yawn more on a Friday or on a Sunday? I should be more well-rested on a Sunday, shouldn't I? What are you giving to the pigs now? Shop-bought pig food, mate. It's all shop-bought pig food until we can get in a position where we can make it ourselves. At the start of the save on episode 1, I gave them barley because we happened to buy a field that had barley on it. But I didn't want to run into any reproduction issues, happiness, health issues. So we give them shop-bought pig food. What's everyone weeks ahead look like then? What you got coming up that you're looking forward to, dreading? Or is it a plain old, same old ahead of Easter? Working in Plymouth. How far away is that from you, Dainsy? JSB's got 2 weeks off. Nice. Nice. Leaving for Cyprus at 5 a.m. Nice. Yeah, reminder, guys, I won't be here Tuesday or Friday night, so I'm away. I'll be back on Saxlingham next Sunday. It's Easter Sunday, but I ain't religious, so it means nothing to me. I'll be here on Sunday night. Welcome in, Stephen, mate. Hope you're well. Not nice for me, LJ. You are a brave man. You are a brave man. Brave man. Yeah, guys, that's the plan. Like I said, I'm not traveling until Wednesday, but I want to keep Tuesday night free in case for any last minute plans or whatever. I'm getting home Friday, but I'm not getting back into Norwich until about 7:30. So I'll be here on Sunday night and then back to normal. That sounds like a perfect break in, JSB. Not only you got a week off work, he's out from under your feet for a few days. You're laughing. The perfect scenario. No, I couldn't stand. I don't have a laptop that could play it. My wife has my old gaming laptop these days. I don't think my Surface work laptop would handle Farm Sim too well. Welcome in, so long. How's it going, mate? Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, yawning. I'll get out my system. We've gone early today with the yawns. Right, I don't think there's enough loose stuff for me to pick up to make up another bale. I think that's us done. I'll have a little quick look, though. Oh! Right. So just double check. Plenty of bales. Plenty of bales. Ben says, I'm baling and use manual drop. I keep thinking the beeping is my baler. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Right. Let's get this back to the yard. Stanner's rolling. I love that. Love a bit of rolling. We don't get to do any rolling in this save. Look at this mist in the old trees down in the dip. It's exactly where it'd be as well, down in the hill. Oh, where the hell you gonna wake up? Oh, I thought I unhooked it. Still harvesting potatoes. You'll still be there, Hacky, when I come back from France. I'm yet to meet anyone who said, I just completed my carrot harvest. I reckon they never finish it. That's my theory. They start it, never finish it. Our yard is starting to look lived in. I know we've still got lots of empty sheds, but it's starting to look lived in. Right, said Fred. Let's pick up these little money makers. I tried carrots once, ended up ploughing them and taking the loss. Felt better than harvesting carrots, yeah. I'm just glad I saw the iceberg when I started looking at carrot harvesters. Because if I wouldn't, there would have been an epic meltdown on here for the ages once I started harvesting them. Because I once had a pig food maker that asked for carrots. Never seen it since. It's normally, you know, corn, sunflower, wheat, sugar beet, whatever. But this one in particular wanted carrots. So I nearly planted a field of carrots. What a bloody mistake that would have been. Welcome in, Shane. Hope you're well. I'm good, mate. I'm a bit sleepy, but I think it's his game. It does it to me for the first hour, and then I'll wake up again in a bit. I come onto these streams like wide awake in an hour of gameplay in this game, and I'm like ready for a kip. I suppose that's why we play it, or one of the reasons. Oh, I hate you having to start these from scratch. They're so slow. Come on, Mog. Any day now. Any day now you'll get up to speed. One more. Do, 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 do. All the bales. That Mog really does make you deaf. I know, mate. I've turned it down twice already tonight. Every other piece of equipment's fine, but this thing's deafening. That and the cement factory, far too loud, but they would be louder, I get it. Could you imagine the Joel of last year trying to get through that gate with a trailer like this? I'd have got stuck every time. Back. I can't remember what button this is on the farm stick to unload. I don't know. Let's see if we can just do it on the controller. I'd love to see that start filling up. We're at a point where we don't have to keep selling them as soon as they're ready. There will be lots of drinking tonight, by the way, guys. When I'm in pain, I get thirsty as hell. Like a fish. And that's a lodgy farm. I don't even get me started on that, Hacky. Like, for anyone who hasn't seen the Discord, I done that, put that clip up from TikTok, on TikTok from the other day, where I was making all them innuendos with wood and farm stick and feeling good in the hand. A guy dropped in the comments, what joystick do you use? Thrustmaster Logi, Christ, got me, don't know. Thrustmaster farm stick. 1 hour later, some random guy doesn't follow me, never conversed with them before, no idea who they are. Says Logitech, I think. The bloke who posted it has already responded with the correct answer, but that is just TikTok. No one cares if it's factually correct. No one checks, right? Like, it's like everyone's got an opinion. It doesn't matter if you're right or not. People just decide to share it. It's bollocks. Half of the things that I post on there is bollocks, including my content, probably in some people's eyes. But yeah, apparently I'm using a Logitech control joystick. I just don't know it. Great to see so many of you welcoming each other. Now, like, tonight, guys, is probably the first time in forever our YouTube chat's been busier than Twitch. Look at you lot go. I love the little community we're building over there. Thank you, everyone who's contributed to it, who's sort of welcomed people and spent time getting to know people. It makes a huge difference to the live streams. Yeah, thank you, LJ, for the lurker love. Takes so long to respond. Like you've applied the accelerator and nothing happens for about 10 seconds. So bloody loud, bloody thing. Right. Let's get this job finished. Barry, you ain't got to apologise, mate. Just enjoy yourself, fella. We don't get that much time to do the things we enjoy in life. We were talking about this earlier. So if you've got an evening to play the game, enjoy the game, mate. That's probably what gave you the headache, Haki. Come on, Mog. Don't fail me now. Get you up there. Revving on the spot and not actually moving. I nearly cocked it up. I nearly missed it. So desperate to keep the revs up for this hill that I nearly cocked that up. Oh, we're loaded. I can't believe that these couple of fields of grass have completely sustained our farm for the first 2 years. I think I drove on the wrong side of the road earlier. It's the trouble when you're switching between Saxlingham and Riverbend. Every time I get the opportunity to stretch, I need to stretch. I'm now about to complete my 3rd month without taking any painkillers, which is no small achievement. I feel better for it, but my words, on nights like this, do I struggle to get through it. I can get out of bed easier in the morning, I can concentrate at work better. So, that's why I remind myself why I do it, but oh my god. When it gets to the end of the day, you know that there's a quick win, right? There's a quick fix. It's so hard to just... It's like a diet, right? It's like a diet. It's so hard to stick to it when you're in your lowest moments. Yeah, sorry Shane if the timing's messed up for you tonight. Our clocks went forward last night by an hour. So if you're wondering why I'm online already, then that's why. Welcome in, Si. How's it going, mate? Good to see you, fella. I had Amy in here on Friday night abusing me, so it's nice to have a friendly OG of the channel in. I was complaining about my hip flare, thinking, you know, Amy would get it more than anyone. She said, well, you are getting old. Cheers, Amy. Cheers. Oh, sorry to hear you're unwell, mate. Do you need anything? Oh, I see. Yours is a bit different than Shane. The cold. Oh, it's a cold. Oh, it's just annoying, though, isn't it, mate? At least you're not missing any lovely, like, spring weather, right? It's freaking mid. I'm back to wearing my winter coat on the dog walk the last 3 days. The wind is bitter. That's like, I know I'm not going to get zero sympathy from Hacky here, but that's like the one thing about living in Norfolk. When the wind blows from the North Sea, oh my God, it's so much colder than anything else. Anyone who lives up in North Norfolk will know what I mean. Like when the wind changes direction and comes off the North Sea, comes all that bloody Scandinavian lot come down on us. Oh, so bitter. No, I know I'm not killing. I know. And I realise we're very lucky with our weather in Norfolk. It's very dry, big open skies, massive coastlines. You know, I can't complain. But my word, do you notice the difference when it comes down? And trust me, I know. I have been to Wick, and that place felt like the end of the earth. I've never been to a town so desolate and depressing in my life as the day I took a bus to Wick in Scotland. It's like, yep, couldn't live here. I would turn into a depressed poet and end up unaliving myself within a week, I reckon. Yeah, but the Highlands are beautiful. I watch a lot of farming programs on the Highlands, and I don't know, I got a bit of a love affair with that. Oh, but bloody Wick. That place left an impression on me, and not in a good way. You're just north of Inverness. So yeah, Inverness used to be my base, mate. I went up to Scotland 3 times with a family friend who's got family up there and everything. And we used to stay at, oh Christ, what's the hotel in Inverness near the bridge? It was quite a posh, big hotel, but I was only a teenager, right? So maybe it felt a lot bigger than it was. But yeah, I used to get the train up to Inverness, and then we'd sort of like train and bus it around from there. I liked Inverness. I had a lot of time for Inverness. But Jesus Christ, Wick. And the thing that'll always stay with me about Wick is I got fish and chips. All the buildings were like Pebble Dash grey or blue, just miserable colours, right? Every skirting board, flaking paintwork, all damaged and lifted from salty sea air. And I went to a fish and chip shop and I thought, oh, these are going to be awesome, right? Coastal fish and chip shops, always the best. And they asked me if I wanted salt and vinegar. I think that's what he said. And I said, yeah. And he sprayed my vinegar on out of a frickin' squirty, like, repurposed spray bottle. I'm not joking. It weren't like one you'd go and buy from B&M new. It was a frickin' repurposed, like, I don't know if it had anti-bac-in. I don't know if it had, I don't know, Weedol, for all I know. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, thanks, mate. Cheers. I should have gone for the battered Mars bar. But no, I had a lot of time for Inverness. I loved Inverness. I used to read books back then. Now I listen to Audible, right? But I never got time to read a book properly back then. And I used to love just sitting on that train, like reading a whole book cover to cover. I found Scotland like very poetic, like the old creative in me liked it, but I would depress myself. I know I would. I just know I would. There'd be far too many triggers for me. The isolation, the paintwork, the Weedol scented vinegar. I'm going to drink my tea. I wanted my squash. I nearly messed my brain up there, and I was doing that expecting the smell of squash, and I got the smell of tea. It's like a bloody vinegar all over again. Just poured it down the top. My wife wants to go to Scotland. She's never been. And my son loves trains, so I said to her, like, one day when he's a little bit older, we'll do that trip up the old East Coast. Through like Doncaster, Newcastle, and that up to Inverness. But she wants to go to Ayr, so I think we're going to go to Ayr at some point. Like, I named my dog Clyro. If you don't, when I'm joking about Scotland, if you don't think I have a fond relationship with Scotland, you must be mad. Because why else would I call my bloody dog after a Scottish band? Right. We got quite a bit in here. Welcome in, Ian. How's it going, mate? Saxlingham Sunday, indeed. And also, guys, just a reminder, I'm not here on Tuesday and Friday, so next time you see me, we'll be next Sunday doing Saxlingham again. 67 bales, guys, in there now. This is starting to mount up, which is nice. This is nice. Thank you so much for the follow, Kemp. I hope you're good. Appreciate you spending some of your Sunday with us. Thank you very much. If you're new here, I'm normally here on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays. You might have just caught me saying that bit of a change of plan for this week. I'm going away this week, so just for a couple of days, but I'm leaving early on Wednesday, back on Friday night, so clashes with the schedule a little bit. Guys, I am in like significant amounts of pain tonight, so I apologise if I look sweaty. I apologise if I swear more than normal, or if I go quiet, or I look pale. All of the above. Oh dear. Yeah, I got the notification for it, Ian. I watched the first minute or two, and then I had to start setting up for this, so I haven't watched it all, but I saw us about Newton Flotman, which I love that. I wonder if he's put C-Star motorbikes in there. Or if in Norfolk you say motorbikes. Motorbikes. Right. I've got to share with you my little idea now, guys. So. We're obviously... Is that engine ever going to shut off? My button mapping for the start-stop button for the MOG doesn't seem to work. It's on this joystick. Let's see if I can fix that. Controls, farm stick, vehicle, start stop engine. Apparently should be 17. It should be this. It should be that. It's what it said it was, so why is it not working? Who knows? That's bloody annoying. I don't think I actually saved it when I done it, though, to be fair. In the game's defense, but it's already set to the button I was trying to set it to. Oh, I'm sweating mess. Sweaty mess. Sorry, guys. Vehicle, driving, start, stop. 17. There we go. Save. Well, apparently you can't turn off the MOG. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right. Yeah, he's doing awesome stuff. He's doing awesome stuff. We hope we get a hand on that when it come out, but he did sort of set an expectation when I spoke to him about it. It was not going to be before the end of the year, so don't get too excited, guys. Sorry for the movement. I'm not dancing. I'm in pain. Right. So, this is the plan. We're 7 grand in debt. I know that. And when we sleep, we're going to be in a lot more debt because we have the HP payments come out. But we do now own our half-pipe trailer. So, you know, if anyone asks, I have an asset to my name, and it's this trailer, look. We've stockpiled pig food. We've got pig food in the bank. These were the first piglets we bought, and at 6 months old, we put them in here, and they've produced babies. These are the babies. These are our first lot of bred on the farm piglets, and we've got 100 in there, which is awesome. But we need some money for me to do a little side project, just so we've got 2 sources of income, because at the minute we're relying heavily on silage. At the minute, we will get pig money coming soon. As you can see, another couple of months we'll probably get there, and also when they get to 2 years, we'll be able to sell them. But my plan is, we're sitting on 50 Landraces, 25 Berkshires, 25 Benfiums. I'm going to sell 25 of these adults to give us some cash for me to do a little side project tonight. So that's what we're going to do. I don't want to do it, but we need the money, because that'll give me 25 grand. By the time we're paid off what we're overdrawn, that'll give me a little bit of money for me to do what I want to do. Can I ask why you're in pain? Of course you can, Shane, mate. It's probably not as obvious on YouTube. I live with a condition, well, technically it's juvenile arthritis because I've had it since childhood. But it sounds weird the older I get, keep having to use the word juvenile. But that is what it's called. I was told I'd grow out of it. I never did grow out of it. About 46% of people don't grow out of it. So yeah, I was in a wheelchair as a kid. I've spent years of my life on crutches. I missed years of school. Times when I have a brilliant career, times when I don't. It's just, yeah, it's a bloody pendulum. And one of the reasons I stream is because I use games as a way of getting through the day. I needed this tonight to get through today. I was in so much pain earlier today, just sitting in front of the telly and trying to walk a dog, so I have to keep moving. If I didn't have this at the end of the day to look forward to, I'd be in a really dark place. So the reason I stream is to try and create that sort of space for other people. And maybe it isn't pain for you guys. Maybe it's relationships. Maybe it's finance. Maybe it's other stuff going on. Maybe it's health. But that's why I stream. But I also am aware that it sounds like every week I'm moaning about something because otherwise, unfortunately, that is the nature of the beast. So a couple of weeks ago, you might remember it was my spine. At the minute, I've got a flare in my hip. Maybe a couple of months' time, it might be my hands or my shoulder. It's just is what it is. Welcome in, Rich. How's it going, mate? Right, so we are going to sell 25 of these guys. That's going to be a little bit of money for my little side project. I've talked about goats, but they're a bit expensive. So for now, we're just going to get a little... This farm is crying out for a tiny little chicken shed, right? Like nothing major. It just... Imagine we are first generation pig farmers. We got £1 million loan. We bought this farm. We're waiting for the pigs to come in. And I was thinking to myself, how else would I use this land, right? You've got all this land. You've got to make it work for you. I'm not taking a chainsaw to it. I do far too much logging in the other series. And this area here is just asking for goats and chickens and small holding kind of stuff. It's not going to pay the bills, but it might cover some cost of pig food, right? So that's the idea. Welcome in, Hamster, mate. Good to see you. Appreciate you, Steve. I feel like I have to keep mentioning it, though, for people coming in now, because if not, they might wonder why I sit here looking like a sweaty mess. Right, so that's the idea, guys. That's the plan. You probably got a hint of it earlier when I went in the screen and saw I was sitting on chickens. Look, this one I actually thought about tonight. So... And these are only got 4 months to go till they're at adulthood. So we are going to take the ones where we've got 25 extras. Look at that. So all we done is we took them from piglets to a year old and we're still making 31 grand off 25 pigs. Tell you, there's bloody money in this. There's money in this. LJ, you have a farm sim question. Well, good job you're in a farm sim stream, innit, mate? Go for it. You know the chat will answer it if I can't. Chances are I can't. I'm an idiot. Right, let's sell them. Sorry to see you go, pigs, but unfortunately you were only bred to be sold eventually. You just got sold a year earlier. You just went to slaughter a year earlier. I'm sorry. It happens, right? Yeah, so Darren, we will be getting goats on here at some point, but we don't have the money to do it just yet for how I want to do it. It's still early days in this save. We've got £1 million loan. We owned nothing at the start of this, so money is tight. We had to buy the farm, buy the land. So we're doing it gradually. So we are just going to do a chicken pasture in here because it's cheap as frickin' chips. And if we do a custom enclosure, we'll be able to fit quite a few chickens in here. Thank you, Dave Bot. Appreciate that, mate. It stops me getting distracted. So if we put this in here, and then we're going to put it up the hill on this side, and I want goats eventually on the other side. And that's all we're going to do, guys. We're not going mad on this save. The focus is very much pig farming. It's very much pig farming. Oh, Christ. That messed that up, didn't it? I should have known by now. We'll try and level her out. Should have known. It's ruined the aesthetic. But will it let me... I don't want to lose money on the pasture. I'm tempted to cash it in now. We'll see. We'll see if we can tidy up afterwards. Let's see if we can tidy this up. It's going to be a bloody ball ache if it doesn't let me. Because we don't have money to burn on this save. It's letting me do these bits. It's that right horrible edge just not letting me do, though. And the more money, the more time I have my finger pushed down on this, the more money we're losing. I can't afford to lose. We might have to just suck it up for now because we can't afford it on the farm. What we could do, though, is just decorate it. Not expensively, just long grass it so I don't have to see it. The eyesore. Right, if we do something like that. Oh, I've messed up the track there. Never mind. Sorry, Farm Sim Briscoe. I accidentally went over your track there. Ruined it. Let's be honest, this farm is going to look a lot different over the year anyway, isn't it? Over the year, this farm is going to look a lot different. Right. Just so we don't have to see it. It's annoying. It's annoying that we couldn't fix that. I should have known. But we haven't got money to burn in making it look pretty, unfortunately. Right. And we're going to have to buy them young because we can't afford anything else. Look at that. So freaking cheap. So cheap. So yeah, it looks a bit crap, but there we go. That won't be there forever, and then when it in, we can level it out after that, right? But it just feels like a good use of that space. And if this was like we are sort of trying to role play this a little bit, it feels like we would use these areas, right? As much as I love this meadow, we can't just keep keeping it looking pretty for grass. I've got to make money from it. Got to make money from it. Sorry, Farm Sim, I'm Briscoe. I messed up your path right there. Good and proper. Right, let's get some food to these. Have we got any barley still in stock? We did have some barley from our first ever field harvest. Our one and only field harvest. Chickens have barley, don't they? That's bloody grain, innit? They eat wheat, I know that much, and sorghum. They must eat barley. Surely. I was going to get a trailer, and I remembered I got the Mog. At least we ain't got to give them water because that does my head in. Cheers, guys. It just I don't know why I've never given them barley, but it made sense that they would. Does this don't look so bad, does it, guys? You know what I'm like, right? I can't unsee the hideousness of this now. I can't unsee the hideousness. I will have to reverse into it. But I haven't got the money to make it look Joel, Bob Ross pretty. I just haven't. So we're just gonna have to leave this with a weird crater in the ground. I think the trouble is I've got such an affection for this map of how pretty it is. I don't like that I'm now at the point where I'm starting to change stuff on it. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately that is gonna have to happen, Joel. That is gonna have to happen. Right, so we've got them there. And like I was saying, we'll probably put goats on the other side. That's my plan. Just small holding stuff, right? Nothing mega. We literally are just we're trying to just role play that small farm approach. Doesn't look awful. Yeah. I wish I could flatten this bit. That's the bit I wish I could flatten, but it's not the end of the world. I don't know why this stuff bothers me so much. Imagine living with me. I know, Rich, but it's just what I'm like. It's just what I'm like. Yeah. Let him down. Right. So that is probably us done for August, guys. But we have actually got some money in the bank. We're just going to check we've got pig food whilst we've got money. We know these ones take up a lot more. The Piglet's sow hut has a much bigger storage. This open pasture kills me for how little food it holds. Offspring in 2 months. Let's fill up on food. I'm pretty sure we've still got food there. Awesome. Right, we can sleep. None that the pigs are fed. We've got food, pig food in storage. We've got silage bales cooking, and we've got our first chickens on the farm. That feels like progress. That feels like progress. Ben says, I use the free Terraform mod. I can't imagine that any farmer with all this equipment they own would pay for Terraform. And that is a really good point. Because, like, say you're having a bloody new barn or shed put in, you're going to level the ground, roughly, aren't you, yourself, anyway? Not as bad as it looks, boss, honestly. I can't unsee that shit, Alan. I'm awful at it. I'm never happy. My wife tells me all the while, never satisfied. Ever. We're just about going to cover our costs now. We aren't paying for that extra trailer. We'll just about cover our costs. I sell them at 2 years, LJC. Minus 400 quid, look. That's the best that's ever been. Oh, we've finished off another high purchase. KDF. What was that? KDF. So we're paid for this trailer. We own that. What's the KDF? Awesome. We own our mower now. So we own our mower and we own the half-pipe trailer. We're getting there, guys. Because every month now, that's... Well, that used to cost me about 300-400 quid a month. I imagine that's probably less, but still. Birdcoast, thank you so much for the resub, mate. I really appreciate that. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. How's that been 3 months? How's that been 3 months? Thank you, mate. Right, we're cooking now. Because the big difference with this, not only are we not starting the month 11 grand in debt, which has kind of become a bit of a theme, we're basically starting the month break even, but more importantly, we haven't got to buy pig food. So it's the first time we've got to jump up, like got ahead of the curve on it. And we own a couple of bits of the equipment, so it's less in terms of monthly payments. Right. So adult pigs have babies next month. They're looking good. We'll just top up their water. Sow hut's looking good. They could do a little bit of top up of food. Awesome. Right. So you're still full. That's good. Where did all the money go? HP payments, mate. Because if you remember, we had £1 million loan. We bought the farm, we bought the land, and we got some sort of piglets. All the equipment is pretty much on hire purchase. So, but we are now cooking because it's the first time we've started without being thousands in debt at the start of the month. And we've got pig food because every single month I've had to buy pig food and clear the debt in order to buy the pig food. Laughing now. It's all downhill from here. All downhill from here. Is it not going to prompt me? I thought I'd left it in the right place already. Oh, there we go. We've got a little... We've got 160 litres. We might as well give it to the piglets. Cooking on bloody gas now. I've also had some other ideas for this farm, guys, to make it a bit different from acre acres, rather than just like sow huts everywhere. I'm sure it'll get to that at some point, right? Because my long-term plan is these fields will all be our pig farming fields, right? So like this one, that's probably going to be it, right? Them three, it'll just be full of pigs. But I want, for now, especially when we're starting small, rather than getting to that point where it's like sow hut, all like uniform, it will get to that. I'm going to use sort of like different small, like some enclosed pig farm buildings and that sort of thing, and make it look like it's something that grew up over time. So, for example, one of the ones I want to use is from the farm buildings pack. Here. Do you know what I mean? And you have like something like this. Oh, God, it's gone up in the sky. But imagine us down here, right? If I show you from here. And then maybe we have 100 pigs in there. I want it to look like it's something that's built up over time. So you've got the open enclosures, you've got small enclosures, you've got buildings, you've got some indoors, some outdoors. And then when we get to the point where it can really take off, then obviously we'll be doing a big old pig enclosure there. Maybe like that's a big pig enclosure. This is a second one. Do you know what I mean? Like I have 3 mega ones there. But the bit around the farm, I want it to look like it built up over time. So we'll be using buildings to keep adding to the theme that's already kind of here. If you imagine, like, say that sow hut goes, and instead we've got like a couple of buildings here, and that, yeah, that's the plan anyway. Looking forward to doing that. So we got that one, the pig pasture from the farm building set, and there obviously are others, but I want, as long as they look sort of, they fit in with the vibe, none of these heavy industry stuff. And we could also do the modular pig pens as well. So like here where we've got a little bit of space, do the modular pig pen in there. So I'm looking forward to that. So basically this field will look like an enclosed, built up over time pig farm. And then all the big enclosures like the one I've got in acre acres will happen around it. I'm starting to get a vision for this now though, which is good. Because I must admit, when I started this save, I didn't really know where my arse hang. I didn't know where I was going with it. But I'm now starting to get a vision. Not having to buy pig food this month, though, is going to be huge. I know it might sound like a really small thing, right? But when you're starting to save and you're broke, not having to buy pig food for 1 month is huge for us. Right, water. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't want to dump her, I want to fill it up. So our pig should be all fairly healthy now. Yeah, more piglets next month, guys. We've got that to look forward to. We've got no grass to cut this month. This might be one of them months where we have to skip it quite quickly. Because obviously when you have the grass cut and there's a job to do. But the pigs are all fed and watered. Haven't got enough slurry or manure to sell to make that worthwhile yet. Our little old chicks are in. Lovely old job. And we've got food for them already. It's almost like I thought about this. I should have probably checked if barley did feed them. But I remember thinking, well, I've got a bit of grain in the old silo. Do something with that. But yeah, there's going to be, at the minute, we are having to sort of skip 1 month. Like, we do 1 month of work, then skip the next month, because unfortunately, this is early doors on this save. There's only so much you can do. We haven't got the money to landscape or have any sort of, like, little projects on the go. Right. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a sleep job. We will just double check that we haven't got any silage bales ready to go, but I'm almost certain we haven't. No, but 67 in there now, look. Oh, how are the animals for straw? I didn't check that. In the sow hut. Fine. Fine, bloody lovely. What a month. Best month in the game, this, and that's only going to last about 10 minutes. Because we're going to have to sleep now. But we had a month where we were less than £1,000 overdrawn at the start of it. We paid off our mower. We didn't have to feed the pigs. Or the chickens. Bloody laughing. They're not going to make us loads of money, but 95 chickens is better than no chickens, right? Even if we just get a bit of money to pay for the pig food, that's something. It's just all about having that mindset of, like, what would you do if you were on, like, a micro, like, little start-up farm? You don't have 2 pennies to rub together, but you've got land. How do you use that land? Well, that was the shortest month in farm sim history. 11 minutes of work. I've ended up in the bloody summer house. 11 minutes of work. But that's solid work. I'm knackered. I'm bloody knackered. Right, now the debt is really going to rise. But we're not going to be paying for the mower this month. Oh, dear. Ouch. But still. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Your hire purchase for the half pipe. I thought I'd already paid off the half pipe. What have I paid off then? I thought I'd already... I've been telling you that I paid off the half pipe for about 2 streams. What the frig? Let's have a look. So the half pipe was paid off. The mower was paid off. There was something else then we paid off. I don't know what the frick it was. Don't know what the frick... I never watched it, Shane. Everyone keeps telling me to watch Clarkson, but I never watched it. I'll have to at some point. I wish they'd put the brand, because I don't know these bloody codes. Obviously, I can work out that's my tractor, right? That's my bale collection trailer. I know that. I don't know what one the MOG is. Probably Q4M. No, that's going to be the MOG, I'm guessing. I don't know. One of them's going to be the baler. There is some stuff now we're paid off. Like, it sounds like we're probably paid off the water. Yes, we owe that. We owe the baler still. We own that. Half pipe we now own. Massey. But yeah, there's lots of little bits now we're paid off, which is handy. So they're all up to 4 months, and to be fair, we can get away with feeding them this month, which is awesome. Because when they're under 6 months old, I don't care if their health goes down from 1 month because I'm slow feeding them, because it's not affecting breeding, right? It's the adult pigs, so I can't afford for their health to go down. Look at this, we've got babies, guys. 25, 25, 25. 75 piglets. Lovely old job. And their food isn't ridiculously low. 75 new piglets. The only issue is I've got nowhere to put them. I've got nowhere to put them because our sow hut is full. I'm almost certain it is. Yeah, our sow hut is full. Got 150 in there now, though, which is a lovely old job. So we've got 2 months. I'll have to sit in there for 2 months, and then they go in the sow hut. And then how much was that building I wanted to get, and how many pigs could it hold? 67 grand. It only holds 20 pigs. Sod that. You might be able to put a custom, like, enclosure on it, though. The modular pig pen, so that's the cheapest way to do it, isn't it? 25k. And then we can do a custom, like, enclosure. As a livestock farmer, you need realistic livestock. Just the male and female bit makes it so much better. Yeah, mate, I know. On any next series, we're going to do it. But when I started this one a couple of months ago, it felt a bit too soon for me. I was already getting used to doing a YouTube series for the first time. I didn't need to introduce anything else that gave me too much of a headache. Yeah, or it's another one of these. Okay. Okay. Right. So we should have bales to sell now. Should have. October, look, the old mornings are getting dark and the house lights are on. They weren't on in August and September. I like that little detail. Right. I had that though, Rich, with pigs that were flatlined, and I know I cocked up on one, but there was another load that shouldn't have happened to, and it did. And I think sometimes you just have to clear out and restock. I try to make a little narrative around it, right? In that, you know, bad breeding stock or something. Have a clear out and start again. Oh, okay, we still don't have silage. I need another month. What the frick are you going to do this month, Joel? You got no pig food. You got no pig food. The only things you can feed are the chickens, but I think they're probably going to be all right. Yeah, they're all right. Jesus Christ. It's painful start from scratch when you live stream, because when you play this on your own, you just skip forward a load of months, right? It doesn't really matter. I don't really want to have to do a contract. If I can help it. Unless there's a hefty old one. Can't be asked to harvest. Plough, and I'm bloody good at that. Technically, I can plough. I've got a Massey and I've got a plough. Clear out tomorrow then. Yeah, so sometimes that ain't a bad thing. That ain't a bad thing, Rich. Welcome in, Geordie, mate. How's it going? I might do this ploughing contract. Where's field 3? It's just down here, is it? No. She got 4, 5, and 6. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's down there. Because we have got this little plough. This little plough of mine. That's not the extendable one, though. Jesus Christ, we'd be there all day, wouldn't we? It's not the extendable one. But it would give us 13 grand. We could do it with that. We'll do it. Walter, we'll take you on. I don't like doing contracts, but because this is a pig farm and save, we're not going to get to plough and spray and roll very often. So if that means we have to do the odd contract to get that fixed, that's fine. Probably quicker with the mog, but I can't. My ears can't take it. We'll do it the Massey. Old school farming. I'm gonna let it do. Right. Walter, we're coming for you. Slowly, but we're coming for you. Welcome in, Crazy, mate. That's actually quite small for me. I've got another series we do on Tuesday and Friday where I've got a bigger pig pen. But, yeah, we're just getting started on this save. It's only in year 2. We started with nothing but £1 million loan. So, it's been hard going at times. Hence contracts. I don't like doing contracts, but we've got no choice this month. Got pigs to feed. Cheers, Steve. Yeah. Nearly time for a break. So if you're new here, guys, going to do a 4-hour stream, 7 till 11. I take a couple of minutes at 9 o'clock just to stretch and move and get a drink. Encourage you guys to do the same, but I won't be going anywhere. I'll be back for another couple of hours. Right, is this what we're ploughing? We're going to be here all day, but that's fine. It's costing me nothing but petrol, diesel. Nothing but diesel. I do have access to this land. I accepted a contract. I'm sure I did. Ploughing. Have I got allow crate fields on? Accidentally. No. Why don't you let me plough it? I came here to plough. Oh, this thinks it's a cultivator. Oh, for goodness sake. This is a cultivator that creates fields, isn't it? I don't have a plough. By the rules of the game, I don't have a plough. It's another failed contract here. It's another time I've been shafted. On technicality. Bloody technicality. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Crazy Skull, mate. Appreciate that. It's a cultivator. Balls. Just when I thought there was an easy 13k I could make there. Well, let's put a spanner in the works. Because once you had this conversation on the other stream, didn't we? But once you accept a contract, you can't go back and take the optional leased items. That opportunity is gone. That ship has sailed. Yeah, it is. I use it as a play, Ben, but unfortunately, you'll see in the context menu in the top left there, it says lower cultivator. So if the game thinks it's a cultivator and the contract's for ploughing, it's not going to let me use a cultivator on it. It's just not. Unfortunately. So I can see exactly why it's not letting me do it. Which is a pain in the arseholes. There we go. Well, we can't do that. I can't, I got no money to get a plough. And now the option, you see, to lease the equipment has gone, right? Unless there's another ploughing one. Oh, it's a cultivating. We could grab that cultivating one. We could grab them 2 cultivator ones then. That's the trouble, you see. Once you accept them, that option to take the equipment has gone. And if you've got no money, if you've got negative bank balance like me, 43 is a nice small field to do. 13 might take us a while. But that's what we'll have to do. Yeah, I can't lease with Buttonsy, and unfortunately, mate, I'm minus 11 grand at the minute. Right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll cultivate. So that first field was up this top corner, wasn't it? Was that 43 one? 43, yeah. So we can rip across there. That looks like an interesting path I've not taken before. Let's have a little explore, and then I'll go for my break once we get there. Again, this is what I love about Saxlingham, is there's all these paths, linking and private roads and that, which do exist, I should point out, IRL. I find that Riverbend and that is seriously lacking that sort of thing. Right. Let's do this. Don't mind me, Mr. Farmer Neighbour, using your headland. Hear a bloody shotgun ring out in a minute. Get off my land! Oh, that's where the path was. Never mind. I found my own one. Make your own path in life, kids. I love this little concrete road here, because that reminds me of my granddad's old, where he worked on the farm he worked on. Because he had like this little concrete road going all the way up from his house to the farmyard. I think I've been down here before. There's a gate at the bottom we might be able to go through. It's boring going by the roads. That's the beauty of this map, as exploring its sort of tracks. Right, there's a gate there, but I think we go left. Pretty sure I go left, and then I can get through up here. I might be wrong. Joel's Great Saxlingham Adventure. No, mate, LJ, it was Laxfield, that was the farm. My granddad worked in a farm in Laxfield, in Suffolk. That's why when I do the Norfolk Sounds thing on TikTok, I cause a lot of bloody debate, because my mum's family are all from that part of Suffolk, Laxfield, Fressingfield. And my dad's family are all, well, I'm a Nelson, right? So, Burnham Fort, Burnham Market, Horatio County. So yeah, so when I do the science, I'm well aware that some of the things I say are a bit more Suffolk than Norfolk. Right. We better shut their gate, shouldn't we? I feel bad leaving it open. Might let the frickin' boars in. Right, I don't know where... I don't know if there's a... We'll go across this meadow. I don't know if there's a way across it or not. I like this. I like doing a little... There's a river here. I know this much. We might have to straddle the river. How deep do you reckon it is? Oh, Christ. That looked quite deep. That looked too deep to cross. We need Dylan, the water expert here. The water, The water, there's a term I'm looking for and I can't think what it is. Oh, balls. Well, you obviously went in the wrong field. Let's try and yippee-ki-yay this in the world's slowest tractor. We should go out the gate and go up and go in the next gate, but typical my style. Got this as slow. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Frickus deep. Deceptively deep. That's deceptively deep. I thought I could yippee-ki-yay it. Sake. I got lost on my home, like, town map. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Of all the maps... Oh, don't sink in further. Of all the maps to get lost on, I got lost on Saxlingham. Brilliant. I tell you what, guys, that's break time. That's break time. Let me leave you with a view. All I had to do was go out that gate, go up the track, and go in the next field. I just got the wrong field, and I knew I got the wrong field, but in typical Joel style, thought, you know what, I'll just risk it for a chocolate biscuit. And the hobnob fell in the mug. There we go. That's the shot, look. Like Steven Spielberg of Farm Sim. Guys, I'm going for a quick 2-minute break and to think about what I've done. And when I come back, we'll sort this freaking mess out. I don't need the hassle, let's be honest. I'm £12,000 in debt. But yeah, there's the thumbnail. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Guys, I'll see you on the other side in a couple of minutes. Please do keep the chat going and I'll be right back. Cheers. Right, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Oh, let's sort this bloody mess out. What am I like? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you're all good. Thanks for your patience. Where did we get to? We didn't even get halfway. Look. Reset. What about my cultivator? We just give it a wash. It's fine. Right, I guess we're taking the road then this time. We'll take the road. It's fine. Welcome in, Will. We're back. I think when you reset it to shop, it should come back with a clean. But then Pip would use it as a cheat, right? We'd get free cleans, I suppose. Right, let's do this. Bloody... Not only am I having to do contracts, I'm crashing in rivers in the process, so... It's not a good night for me. Right, we'll stick to the main roads, guys. I know it doesn't look like a main road, but... Smells like stale old water in here. Why is there a fish in the footwell? I'm going to get flashbacks going through this ford. This is where you should have crossed it, Joel. This is where you should have crossed it. Dead end IRL now, guys. They stopped it. All the years this was a ford. No, they bloody dead ended it. In real life. Ah, did he? Sorry, Ben. I totally missed that. Totally missed that. Tony, thank you for the gift sub. Tony normally goes and walks his dog. About. Oh, I have to do the mark. Yeah. So remind me when Tony drops back in, guys, to thank them. Sorry, Ben. I missed that. That's the trouble. I forget to look at the bloody alerts when I come back. Just to know, guys, here on the right is the actual formal entrance to the Saxlingham estate. That's the formal entrance IRL. We can cut this corner off here. Because as I've demonstrated earlier, I know these roads. Tony, thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much for the gift sub. You don't have to do that. I appreciate that. I assumed you were walking the dog still. Sorry I missed it when I come back. Thank you for Ben for pointing it out. Will it be a dead end on the new map, you know? I don't know, Johnny, but I'd imagine not, because with the way that this map was laid out, and it is true to life, right? So you have the A140 come down here, and then you have the back road to Norwich here. So sort of down that way is like Shelton, Hempnell, that way Stoke Holy Cross and Norwich. So you literally only have a couple of like C roads or unnamed sort of like tracks that link the two. So this was the main cut through. So if you were like going to Norwich, coming home from Norwich and the A140 was shut, there was an accident, this was the way you would go, right? There isn't a lot of other options. You can go this way and then you end up out in the sticks behind Long Stratton. But this was the main, that's the main road that, and it isn't main, obviously, at all, it's tiny. On the new map, you'll have a village down here, a town down here called Newton Flopman. And in here is a place called Saxlingham Thorpe, and here is Saxlingham Nevergate. These will all be on the new map, and there is a road that joins them, but it's very similar to this in that it's just a track, right? It's like single lane track. But the trouble is, same again, if you make that a dead end like it is in real life, to your main route between the two roads is here, and that's it. Maybe, no, there isn't nothing up here at Dunstan, and there's nothing up here. So, yeah, so if I was him, that's the Saxlingham 4X that's coming next year, Steve, by Farms in Briscoe. But if I was him, I would leave that as a through road, because otherwise you're going to, like, when you 4X this, you're Newton Flopman, Saxlingham Nevergate, you've got one road here that joins the two, and that's pretty much the only other one. So, yeah, I'd, if I had to guess, I'd say he'll leave it as is. But yeah, cheers, Tony, mate. Appreciate you. And that's why I get annoyed when people say, oh, Saxlingham feels dead, there's not enough traffic. I'm genuinely, guys, the only traffic you are getting on this map is this road and this road. There isn't no traffic going through these lanes, right? They're used by agricultural machinery and the odd local. It is only these two roads where you're getting traffic. Yeah, it's not going that far, Ian. That's going to stop at Stoke Holy Cross, he told me. But it's going to encapsulate more down here. Newton Flopman, Saxlingham Nevergate, Saxlingham Thorpe, which I think technically goes in between the two. But yeah, it's only going to go up to Stoke Holy Cross, not into Stoke Holy Cross. Sorry, getting very local now, guys. Very local. Yeah, what I wouldn't, if he's gone to all that effort to make that Ford, why put a dead end in, right? That seems like a massive waste. So I would be happy to not have the realism on that point and leave it as it was. This is a farmyard, by the way, guys. I done a video yonks ago reviewing all the different yards in Saxlingham, and I covered obviously the starter one, the dairy farm in the middle. There's a couple of yards dotted around here. There's sort of main Saxlingham estate ones in there. There's a nice cow farm up here, I think it is. There's a dairy farm. This one I completely missed. There's so many yards in this, like, that's quite a nice little micro dairy, right? So I covered this one. Oh, God, I'm in it now. Am I going to be able to get out? So, yeah, I covered this one, which is a large dairy farm at the top of the map. And there's quite a lot of buildings here. And it goes all the way down to here. If I just show you. Sorry, I know I'm going off-piste a bit here. But this looks lovely up here, this map, look. This part of the map, this farm. And then there's some sheds around here, I think. Yeah. So I covered that, but on this, when I done that little video, that review of the yards in Saxlingham, I totally missed this one. Totally missed it. There's just so many little farms on this map where you could pick as your starting point, and this one's cute. There's a fence there, Joel. How are we getting into this field? Not doing any more river hopping, I know that much. Yeah, but this one's cute. I like this one. It's got like a small feel to it. But if you're starting a new save on Saxlingham, guys, it's really worth having a look around all the yards that are currently there. Because there are some gems. Right. This is a cultivator according to the game, so it should let me do this. There we go. We're going to be here all day, but never mind. Let's get some steering assist going. Might make it a little bit easier. Right, settle in, guys. Let's put the old cruise control on. What one is it on the old farm stick? Is it that? Yeah. Settle in for the world's smallest cultivator. Old school. Small tractor, small cultivator. Yeah, but that's what I love, Ian. I love that the entrances are hard to find, right? I love the tracks. I love the little bridges that are there just for a farmer to get over a dike or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I have so much love. Sorry, choked on my tea. Why I have so much love for this map. It's going to be a lot of me doing cruise control and steering assist for this, guys. You know I've got no interest in contracts. We're doing it because we've got bills to pay. I haven't added any new mods this week, Ben. I think they only come out this week, didn't it? Seagulls. Or birds. Oh, bads. Doing that annoying thing when the farm stick is plugged in where it's drifting the camera, but we'll work with it. Yeah, so I need to get rid of the ploughing contract because I picked up the ploughing contract first because I thought, oh, I've got a plough, but the game recognises this tool as a cultivator, not a plough. So that ploughing contract is pointless. I might as well actually kill that off. Now, which is a shame, because that was really close to my farm and that'd have been easy. But once you accept it, guys, if you haven't got the equipment, you miss the opportunity to lease it as part of the payment. Cheers, LJ. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. We're very lucky here since we stopped live streaming on TikTok. It's not hard to it's not a hard gig. But we'll look back at this, guys, when this save progresses. We'll remember. Do you remember when we were doing these bloody fields with that tiny little cultivator and tiny little tractor and couldn't afford pig food? That's the stage of the save we're at the minute. It'll get easier. It'd be boring if we're millionaires from day one. Yeah, they're all volunteers, mate. I don't expect anyone to be here for every stream. Christ, I'm not here for every stream. Look how many I have to cancel. So it's not expected. Never I never assume. We got other mods as well. That's why you have multiple mods for cover, but it's not something I ever expect. Time you went in the pond. It's been a good few minutes, Geordie, isn't it? Right. Go. Go, go, go. Ben has asked if on YouTube if money wasn't an issue, what's people's favourite tractor? Thank you, Dave Bot, mate. We fixed that. I think I haven't turned it back up since we had the MOG. Cheers, Dave. Trouble is, when you go in the cab, it drops the sound level quite a lot, doesn't it? Like, quite significantly. You know it's a big field when you do a full lap and it's not even 1%. Or Dainsy, a very small tool that you're using. Or a very small tool. I tell you what, that percentage bar better be broken because it hasn't gone up at all yet. Hasn't gone up at all yet. Let's hope that's broken. Come on, seriously. That can't be at 0%, can it? That's gotta be a glitch. That's got to be a glitch, because we should have some percentages on the board by now. It's going to be severely painful if we're not at 1% yet. I'm a bit worried now. Oh my God, come on. We might still be here next Sunday. Yeah, what if this isn't counting, guys? It's doing the effect. So we couldn't play with it because the game regards it as a cultivator. It's changing the effect. It's allowing me to work the field. But the percentage bar is not moving. So now we've got a decision to make. We either carry on with the very real possibility that we don't get paid at the end of this, or we just have to accept that the game doesn't like me using this modded cultivator, which kind of falls in between a cultivator and a plough. Because I don't know if I want to lose all night work in a field if it's not going to count. Let's come off the field and go back on it, just in case that triggers something. I don't know what I'm hoping for here. Because my fear is we do this all night and we don't get paid for it at the end. That would be awful. We'd then have to get in touch with, what was that BBC programme? Rogue Traders. We'll report, in Walter this time, is it? David. We'll report David to Rogue Traders, saying I cultivated his field and he didn't pay me. David will try and claim I used the wrong tool, and I'll say, you're the bloody tool. There was only 2 available, Flame, and I took them both, which means I don't have the choice to lease the equipment now. I think this is a lost cause. I think David is screwing us. I hate contracts as well. I needed the money. I don't want to sell any more adult pigs, but we might have to. To be fair, they've reached a year now, so there's decent money. It's just I like getting them to their full value at 2 years. This isn't working. Good old farm sim. It's my fault. I'm using a modded cultivator, which is technically a plough, but a cultivator, but also a plough, and yeah. Screw you, David. And your dodgy contracts are not worth the paper they're written on. Hey, I have a half-finished field. Not even half, is it? Oh, my word. It's painful. Where does this sit in the shop? So it doesn't sit under cultivators. It sits... it doesn't sit under cultivators or ploughs, look. I bet it's under a subsoiler. There we go. Technically in the game, it's categorised as a subsoiler. So there we go. That's the answer. Bollocks. Screw you, David. And you, Walter. Didn't like you anyway. I don't need you other farmers' help bullying me, trying to put me out of business, laughing at me. Calling me the little pig farmer who thought he could. I'll show you lot. I'll show you all. The reason I looked in the shop was I remember, why have I gone this way? Can we go through the hedge? Solid, we're going rogue now. I remember when I bought it, I couldn't find it in the shop originally, and I was looking under plough and cultivator. Assholes. That's all I've got to say about that. We don't need your help. I feel like the other farmers are ganging up on me. I'm going to start doing bloody crop circles in the night. I can see it now. Front of the EDP. Have aliens visited Norfolk? Notice Joel, the angry farmer, doing donuts in your fields to get revenge at night. You didn't pay me for your contract properly, you tosspots. It's the sort of shit the EDP would lap up, though. Easily, stag. They'd have less fingers. They'd probably be heavier users of soap as well. Right. I'd rather have crop circles than wild boars. Oh yeah, don't start that argument again, but you're probably not wrong. Oh, don't read chat and drive. Well, this was all a load of wasted diesel. All 3 contracts were a bust. Sod it. I don't need you. Just sell some pigs. It's fine. We're pig farmers after all. Oh, that's where I built that farm video. For anyone who's watched that YouTube video where I do that sort of ASMR build, that's where I did it. There. Side of the road farm. Can't remember what I called the video. You can go find it on YouTube. Any subsoiler contract. I've only just seen, because I took a bloody break and I should have looked. Crazy Skull Man, thank you for the sub on Twitter, YouTube, mate. Appreciate that. Right. That was just my way of letting off steam, LJ. I thought it was such a ridiculous addition. I'm going to make a ridiculous video. That was my way of unpacking the Wild Boars edition news, to make a stupid video. Wait until his crop grows, but then sell the crop. But then, oh yeah, so it's basically strip the field and sell the field back to him. It does feel like a bit of a flawed mechanic in this game that you can do that, and the field prices don't change. Oh well, I hope you all enjoyed that tour of the map, guys. Total waste of time. We're now gonna have to sell more of our beloved pigs. But what can you do? What can you do? Right. Bloody waste of time that was. So, we are going to have a pay. We've got 2 choices. We either sleep, go into a load of debt, and we pay it off with silage tomorrow, next month. Or we sell some more adult pigs. I think, bearing in mind we're pig farmers, it has to be the adult pigs. The only annoying thing is they're going to breed next month. Oh no, they already did breed, didn't they? We already got piglets. So this is the best time to sell them, actually. Because they're now worth 1,500 a pop, and we've just had some babies. So, what we got? Even if we sell 10 of each. It sucks, but we ain't got a choice. And I hate contracts. Sorry, guys, but it is what you're here for, I'm afraid. Right, so we're only down to 45 breed and age pigs, but we do have In the sow hut, we have 100 piglets there, right? We've got 100 piglets there. We've got 25, 50, 75 piglets there. So we've got nearly 200 piglets, right? So I think we can afford to sell some of the adults. I think we can afford to do that. Right, 31k. Let's get you some food, I'm guessing. Yep. But it's not the end of the world. Because we have silage coming next month, and that'll be worth about 20k. Previous experience. A scratch and a living. So guys, reminder that I won't be here as usual on Tuesday and Friday this week. Only for this week. Easter holidays and all that, and then I'll be back on Sunday night this time next week. Oh, I'd got rid of the yawns for about an hour. That's where all my bloody money goes. Fat hogs. But it does mean next month is going to be the first month we start in the black, which has got to be a good thing. And the pigs won't eat all this, so we've basically got pig food here for 2 months. At least the pigs are now starting to earn their keep. It took a while to build up. I want to avoid selling too many of them adults because I'd like them to get to their full price, but unfortunately, if that's what it needs to keep 200, yeah, we've got to raise 200 piglets to 6 months old, and if it means selling off the breed and adults, then so be it, because we'll be going from having, like, say, 50 to 100 to over 200. It's a no-brainer. My daughter wants to remind everyone to thumbs up. Thank you, Hacky. Yeah, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. You know I don't really do the call-out stuff or asking you to do things, but it is one really easy way you can help the channel. Help us reach more people. How did I miss that? Or was I not just there yet? Are they full? Hang on, they full for the minute. No, I've just missed it. Somehow. Now, I don't think you need to go in the sow hut, because the sow hut's got loads of storage. 11,000 is okay, they can have it then, that's fine. Or follow if you're on Twitch, exactly that. Thank you guys, appreciate you all. I'm terrible at the whole self-promotion thing, I know I don't do myself any justice. I just want people to enjoy it. I don't want to keep hassling them. But it does mean I probably don't grow like I should because I'm not constantly telling people to do it. Oz, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you, mate. Hope you're having a good weekend. What's left of it. If you're not, there's not long to go. For a new week. Right, pigs are fed, guys. Pigs are fed. Man, I only stopped 40 minutes ago. My back is already stiff. Right, that's that done. Is that the end of the month for us? Pigs are fed. We're back in the black. We've got 23 grand and we've paid off another HP item this month. So we're definitely going to end the month. We're definitely going to end the month or start the new month in the black, which is huge. The chickens have got food, and they chickens we don't have to worry about for a while. That's why we've got them there. Just let them be. Yeah. So what we'll do, guys, we'll sleep this month off. We'll be starting with actual money in the bank. The pigs can probably get by without any more food. And we've got silage bales to sell. And then it's a case of making a good decision if we build up a stockpile of money, right? So do we bulk buy a load of pig food? Do we get another field to work? Probably not. I think goats is probably higher up my list than another bloody grass field to work. But I would love to get some bloody pig food in stock. Do we look at maybe trying to make our own pig food? I don't think we're there yet, because by the time we bought all the individual components, that'd be more expensive. But it's just a bit like when we bought that extra grass field, and that kind of kept that tied us over. As making sure that if we do find ourselves sitting on 20, 30 grand, that we'd make the best use of it. Because in a scenario like this save, where you're £1 million in debt, you've got no money. It keeps telling me the half pipe has finished, but it's been telling me that for months, look. Paying £3 grand a month in loans. But near as damn at 15k in the bank, guys, which is the most money we've had since we bought all our equipment. Look how it's got darker. Again, I love this in Saxlingham. You don't notice this in Riverbend. So if you remember, last month in October, the house lights were on when we woke up. And now it's still proper dark. Every month it gets a little bit darker in the mornings. Right. That sucks, Brads. How the hell did that almost catch fire? Or like short-circuited or something. I wouldn't have thought there was enough power going through it. Alright, so quick check on the animals, and that's all we ever do at the minute. Chickens are still great. They're so tiny. They're not eating anything. Look, basically living on grass. Right, pigs. They're good for now. They could do with some water though, so we'll do that. These are nearly old enough to go in the main enclosure and start reproducing. Awesome. So yeah, a bit of water and then some food later in the month. bit of water. Welcome in, Ryan, mate. How's it going? Oh, I missed Hacky going. Sorry, guys. I say sorry, guys. Sorry, Hacky, really. Oh, no, it's Tony who left. Bloody hell. Read the messages properly, Joel. I missed Tony leaving. I'm glad, well, hopefully you enjoy it, Shane. That's the main thing, right? If a game gets really frustrating for me, I'll just stop playing it. Yeah, that's mental, Brad. That's mental. I do love the seasonal light changes on this map. It really now stands out on Riverbend after playing this, because I say it was first in October. It was just, oh, you notice the house lights were on in the morning and the yard lights were on in the morning. And then November, everything's dark, right? I just love it. Again, if I had money, I'd landscape that so it looked muddy when we were loading it and unloading it, but we don't. So, the pigs are pretty much sorted. We've got money in the bank. And we should have silage to sell. Should have silage to sell, so it should be a good payday. 67 bales of silage. Bosh. Lovely old job. Take care, Barry, mate. Yeah, have a good holiday. Have a great holiday, Barry. Feel free to share pics in the old Discord. I don't want to see your bloody hot dog legs. I mean, like, scenic stuff. I don't want no piss and white feet photos at a poolside. You can keep them to yourself. Let's get the old fork on the front here, because no doubt I'll need it. Why can't I unfold you? There we go. Right. Joel, thanks for the Monday therapy. You're welcome, mate, from the other side of the world. I hope you have a good rest of your day while I'm asleep. Up in my lonely room. Wow. How does the spring wheat work on Saxlingham so we can plant it at 2 different times but only harvest it once? I don't know, Ben, because obviously I've got no intention in this save of doing arable farming. You know, I know we're doing grass work, but that's as far as it's going to go with me. Yeah, I've not looked into it, mate. But someone else in chat might be able to answer that. How am I stuck? How am I stuck? I can't possibly be stuck. In fact, Joel, you are quite known for getting stuck in impossible places to get stuck, so... Balls. You know what? No, no, no. Abort, 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 abort. I don't want to unload them there. It's bloody 22 on the farm stick. Just give me the things now in the context menu for the farm stick, not the controller. I have to double check everything. Whoops. Big trailer there, Joel. Try not to hit it. So has anyone had this when you go to unload and you abort it, it then leaves this down? And I've never found a way around it. So if you accidentally hit the button like I just did to unload the bales and you abort it, it then leaves it in transport mode, and I've never been able to get it to bring it back up and go back to normal mode. So abort unloading. I don't know why the trailer does it. And now it'll stay in the transport position. And then you can't drive down the road with that because you'll just get hooked up on everything, right? So you abort the unloading, but it never goes back to transport position. It always stays in operating position. It's annoying as hell. So I don't think you have any choice but to then load them, to unload them, to then reload them. It's really annoying. Does anyone else notice that with this trailer? It's only if you abort the unloading. So you then have no option but to unload them there and then reload them, unfortunately. Pain in the arse, isn't it? Pain in the arse. Sean, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're well, mate. How you keeping? Right, and then if you lower this, you can then go back to having it in operating position or transport position. But if you ever onboard the unloading, it keeps it with the operating position down. So you can't go driving down the road with it. You have to unload them and start again. It doesn't matter. Sorry guys, just having to switch my screens around. Yeah, good, thank you, mate. It's a bit of a struggle at the minute because this is a new save we're started on, well, my neck of the woods, Saxlingham. We started off nothing but £1 million loan, and it's been rough. It's been rough, to say the least. But we're getting there. Just had to skip quite lots. We've done, like, pig feeding, and then basically having to sleep, and that's about it some months. Lots of stuff on hard purchase, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. By the way, mate, I should say, I know I'm not gonna fanboy too much, but I love your streams. I've lurked quite a few times, seeing what you do. Keep up good work. Right, let's now try and sort this out once and for all. So guys, if you are just joining us tonight, or you just dropped in and missed it earlier, just a reminder that I'm normally here on Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays, 7 till 11. We do Achy Acres on Tuesdays and Fridays, which is my day one FS25 save I've been doing ever since the game launched back in November 2024. And I've done all of that without watching any videos or guides, and just learned it from scratch. Lots of accidents along the way. And now on Sundays, we do Saxlingham Sundays, which is this series. But I am away for a couple of days next week, so I won't be here Tuesday night, I won't be here Friday night, but I'll be back here next Sunday. I'll be back here next Sunday, guys, with Saxlingham again. Rough but realistic, yeah. I bet I have to have narratives, right? It's like Achy Acres when I said I'm not going to have any backseating, I'm not going to Google anything, I'm going to learn as I go along, like as if I'd been given a farm, right, and had no idea what the frig I was doing. I didn't do production lines, I didn't do contracts, all this sort of thing. If I don't set these little narratives for myself, I wouldn't be able to put the hundreds and hundreds of hours into each series that I do. So I have to create these little things. And like I say, this is like this first generational pig farm. We got £1 million bank loan, we had nothing, bought the land, and we're making mistakes, and we learn as we go along, and then that keeps it interesting for me. Yeah, my pleasure, Sean. You're welcome, mate. Right. I'm a terrible Twitch viewer, I should just point out, Sean. There are people that I've spent thousands and thousands of hours with and never said, I'm like the ultimate lurker. I have it on in the background when I'm working. I'm that person that gets very conscious of, like, saying something in chat and then not hearing the response. I don't want to be that guy where someone references me and then I just get tumbleweed. I'm a total overthinker and worrier. So I tend to lurk. Welcome in, Oz, mate. Thanks for getting involved in chat on YouTube. Appreciate you. Yeah, because that wouldn't be disastrous, would it, Ben? That wouldn't be disastrous. Can I get this last one? I don't want to accidentally unload these. You know what? Let's just leave that one there. If we pop her back up into transport position, I'll get this on the forks. Because I've done this before, where I accidentally reverse into the unloading area there, and then you go and lose all your bloody bales. I don't need that. I just spent all that time putting them on. Yeah, guys, if you are here for the first time tonight, this map is literally less than 10 minutes from my home. So I get a lot of pleasure out of finally doing a live series on Saxlingham. I started off as a YouTube series. YouTube videos don't come naturally to me. I like the creative side of it, but I'm very much interacting with people kind of thing. So we brought it over to lives on Sunday nights. And yeah, and I get to tell you about how I fell off my motorbike on this bend, or the woman that lives on that house is a... You get lots of unneeded context when I'm playing this map. Yeah, Ben, I was a little bit worried when I went to Knock Cuts on Saturday, but Sandwich wasn't there. He'll probably pop up now in chat. Oh my word, this tractor is painful. We're doing the best we can on this save, guys. We're just struggling on. The other farmers are all laughing at us. Christ, the farm sim streamer community is laughing at me. It's just like, it's like IRL replicating what's happening in game. We're trying our best. We'll get up this hill in a minute. The only hill in Norfolk, and our farm's at the bottom of it. Here we go. We're warming up now. But a reminder, guys, it's November year 2, and this is the first month since we bought land and livestock and everything. It's the first month that we've woke up with money in the bank. It's normally negative, and then we spend all month trying to find out how we're gonna pay for pig food. We haven't got that issue this month. So what I'm hoping to do is get enough little pot of cash together to either stockpile pig food, so we don't have to worry for months about feeding, or we get some goats in on one of the meadows just to bring us a bit of passive income since we've got so much grass kicking about. It's November. How long did I sleep? To be fair, Ryan, I reckon you could do it, mate. I reckon you could sleep till November. Good old Saxon. I used to live in Holt. Always fun having wish. I used to play hockey and rugby in Holt. Always got my ass kicked every time I played sport in Holt because of bloody Gresham's private school. Every time I'd get my ass kicked. If that was rugby, they were the size of piss and tower blocks. If that was hockey, they were just quick young kids that you couldn't keep up with. You're from Hull, are you, Steve? I'm trying to think of something positive. Every time I've gone to Hull for football, it's not been the greatest first impressions. Mind you, Grimsby was worse. We're getting there. We're nearly there, guys. This is where I go past the bloody turn-off. Can't even remember where they put it on here, because obviously it isn't there in real life. Next one. Grimsby is grim. I went to watch football there once. We had Andy Marshall in goal then, and I swear to God, he was kicking it out of the goal, and the wind was blowing so hard into the away end, the ball was coming back over his head. I'm not even joking. It was horrendous. Down a market. I have no words for you, okay, to say for down a market. You're in proper like fiddler country there, aren't you? Full blown webbed feetsville. I can't talk. I used to live in Watton once upon a time. I used to call Watton, Swaffham and Dereham Scroats Banana, because on a map it looked like a banana. It's just full of scroats. So that's what I used to call it. And then I ended up living there for a couple of years. That was an experience next to a bloody slaughterhouse. Right, let's unload this. Jesus Christ. It could, Stag. It could, mate. It hadn't entered my mind, so thanks for that. I came from Glasgow to Down the Market. I don't know what went wrong. Jesus Christ. Imagine travelling that far to end up in Down the Market. My word. Down the Market, for anyone who don't know, is proper like Norfolk stroke Fens stroke no man's country. Like it's just I played a gig there once in a cafe. I done an acoustics gig, and I arrived by night, so I couldn't even tell you where it was. Oh, it was years ago. I was just when I'd finished playing in a band, and I thought, oh, should I try a little bit of solo stuff? Didn't enjoy it. and there was a calf like stroke bookshop stroke, I don't know what it was, and I'd done like an acoustic thing there. It was a good night, but I'll say I went down the market under the cover of darkness and got out alive, so that's alright. Welcome in, Miles, mate. How's it going? Oh, Christ, I've realised I'm in the UK now. I'm on the wrong side of the Rudlet. Yes, I know. I've been planning on Riverbend. Give me a break. Guys, take a look at our bank balance. I know we had to sell some pigs the last 2 months, but take a look at our bank balance. We've got another trailer load to sell as yet. I reckon I'm going to stockpile pig food. The temptation, I'll get some goats or whatever, but I think if I need to get a shed full of pig food first, and then that means for a couple of months we haven't got to keep doing this scratching around, because we start, all the HP and loan payments come out, we go into the red, and before I could even feed a pig, which obviously affects their breeding the longer I leave them without food, we're having to scratch around to find money. So if I can get, we've got water through the rainwater collector, if we can get a nice pile of pig food in a shed, and then anything left we'll put into goats. Been in the garage 11 hours today. Jesus, Miles. Mind you though, when you spoke about that on here before, it sounded more like a hobby though, right? Yeah, new save hut is a shape, but I want to get some food in first, because that's the biggest headache, right? When you sleep and we haven't got money to buy pig food. So let's put that in the bank. Go from there. It's going to its first show 2 weeks today, so it needs to be finished. Well, good luck with it, mate. God, this tractor's slow. That's commitment, that is, Miles. 2 years in the making. At what point do you get to, Miles, where you realise what sort of car you could have bought with the money when you're restoring an old one? Do you know what I mean? I had a mate that used to love buying old cars with tons of miles on the clock. And he'd end up replacing loads of stuff on it. And then, like, when you sat down and worked out how much he spent on it, what he could have been driving around in, but he loved it. He wouldn't change it for the world, right? That was his hobby and his passion. Oh, I love that, Miles. I love that you're that honest about it. Oh, for sure. It makes no sense whatsoever. But you could say that about any hobby, right? Look how much I spend on this. Sit here playing bloody farms all night. Like my PC upgrade earlier this year cost a bloody fortune, right? But that's what, if that's what you enjoy and that's what gets you out of bed in the morning and brings a smile to your face. Who's anyone else to bloody judge? We could laugh and joke about it, but who's to judge, right? Exactly that, right? Because I grew up in a family where you spent every weekend in the pub. You got nothing to show. Or you have some laughs. But if that's what you enjoy, why not? I had someone do a TikTok once, basically saying, like, I'd done a video of, I think it was in the early days, so a lot of this setup's changed now. But when I first started on TikTok a year or so ago, basically showed like behind the scenes, right, with the mic and the mixer and all this sort of stuff. And about a week later, someone done a similar video based saying, just to show that you don't need all this kit to be a streamer. And I'm thinking, I don't have this kit to be a streamer. I have this kit because it's my passion, and I've always been into like my audio and stuff from when I was in a band and things like that. And I like my tech stuff. And that's my hobby. It's not because I need it. I could go live holding my mobile phone like this, right? But it's what makes me happy. It's what I enjoy doing. I like trying to challenge myself to get better at something that I originally found very, very uncomfortable. I was by no means natural at any of this stuff. Still aren't. Still an absolute shower of shite, making it all up on the spot. Crashing into bloody grunt buildings. If it makes you happy, then it doesn't matter what others say. I think exactly that. Plus, you can't take it with you, right? I had this conversation with my parents. I was like, I don't expect you to leave me if any... Oh, sugar. Ignore this. Ignore this. I forgot to put a weight on the back. Not even sure I've got a weight for this, but don't worry about it. I had this conversation with my parents. I was like, I don't want you to leave me anything. Enjoy your life. You get one life. You owe me nothing. Like... You bloody kept me under a roof and fed for the first 18 years of my life. You owe me literally nothing. These people that think they're entitled to, like, inheritance and stuff, I don't get any of that. Make your own life. The world owes you nothing. I was born with a bloody disease that shaped my entire life, right? I went a long while trying to blame someone for that, or thinking that the world somehow owed me better. It doesn't. Life is shit sometimes. Life is short. More so for others than for some than others, and you can't take it with you. So just have fun, do what makes you happy, do what gets you out of bed in the morning. And like I said to you right at the start of this stream, guys, having this at the end of today was the thing that got me through today. I've been in so much pain today, so much pain, and when I was stuck on the sofa feeling like it was a wasted day, this was the one thing I had to look forward to, right? So it's worth it. What else, Miles, would you spend 11 hours in a garage doing all day, right? You wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't work for that long. Not about overtime or whatever. Like, for me, cars have never been a thing for me. Like, motorbikes was my passion. Cars are just a tool to me. But then for other people, computers are a tool, right? And I love my computers, so swings and roundabouts. Take care, Lace, mate. Thanks for hanging out with us. Maybe see you next Sunday, but if not, mate, look after yourself. The slow march to the selling point. Oh, Christ, can't see a thing. Yeah, that's a bit better. I probably shouldn't have stopped on a hill, though. I thought it might be less painful if I go into cab view. Sorry, I can't see my alerts because I haven't changed that. Lace, thank you for the mod, love, mate. Yeah, cheers to our mods, guys. Couldn't do a vote yet. Well, I'd be lots more stressed without you. Oh my god, you're a madman. Bloody white van drivers. State of that. Bloody law unto themselves. You got a car and a bike project? Yep, cool. You got to have something that excites you. When I was younger, it used to be very much my work and my career, and I was just running me into the ground, right? Now, if it doesn't interest me or I can't see the value in it, I don't do it. Welcome in, Potent. We're in Saxlingham. This is our YouTube series that we now do live on Sunday night. So we're still on the day one save on Achy Acres, Riverbend Springs, Tuesdays and Fridays, but on Sundays are Saxlingham Sundays. I still haven't found the best way to serve these up on YouTube yet, guys. So I don't put the lives in a playlist, and then when I've sort of cut them for an episode I put them in the Saxlingham playlist. But I'm falling massively behind. After tonight, I'll have 2.5 hours of footage to go through from 2.5 live streams. So I might just have to top and tail them and stick them in the playlist. You can find them. But if you want to watch the lives as they are, you can find that on the live tab on YouTube, JVA Streams. Oh, I missed the point for one of them. Good job I got a barrel fork on the front, innit? Good job I got a barrel fork on the front. Can't remember how many of you guys told me about doing that over the last 1.5 years in chat. Several of you. Just proof that I do learn eventually. It just takes a bit of time sometimes. So if we drop you down here, I'll give you a little nudge. Lovely old job. £1,000 a bale. £1,000 a bale of silage. Can't go wrong, guys. Why are you selling it as grass? That's what you got to ask yourselves. I need to bloody lighten up soon. That's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning, man. Where are we? The Arctic Circle? I'm paranoid of people trying to brake check me on this road now. That's the problem. Right, so we have got 67 grand in the bank, which is the most we've ever had in terms of once we've got the original setup done on this farm and land bought and livestock bought. So what I'd like to do is get a little stock of pig food, but then we could also do the goats as well. And then we'll have passive income from the eggs, passive income from the goats. And we're only talking small fry, right? I don't want anything industrial. It wouldn't work for the save narrative. It's just so we've got a little bit of stuff coming in, which hopefully in time covers the pig food, right? If we can get enough goat's milk and chicken's eggs to cover the cost of pig's food, then we're laughing. Then we'll be bringing home the bacon. No worries, hamster mate. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you. Right. So, how much would we be looking at for goats roughly? I know we should be putting our money in pigs. I know this. We could get another sow hut for 30k. This is always the dilemma I'm going to have on this save because I feel like we should be prioritising the pigs. We're going to have that area restricted issue there. Doesn't help that we're trying to look at this in the dark. That could go there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we do need to prioritise pigs. And then we could spend the rest on food. And then we ain't got to worry about feeding them for a little while. And we ain't got to worry about selling off any more adults. Because next month, I think our second lot of piglets become adults. But we've got a load of piglets in here at the minute that we can't move out because this sow hut is full. The only issues with that hill, I'm so worried about having another issue with the feeding point and everything. So those of you that were with us on earlier episodes when it was on YouTube series, this hill here is a real problem for us. You could do this, because I've got the unrestricted fences thing mod jig. So to get around this issue with the edge of the map, you could place this up here somewhere and then do the customized fence over it just fine. Or we go for it, like say something like that. That's too expensive. Decisions. Take care, Stephen, mate. I'll see you next week. Decisions. Getting to the point where I'm thinking I might need to sleep on it. So as I say, there's a couple of ways we can go. We either stockpile pig food. I think we have to do that in some capacity anyway. So stockpile pig food. We put goats in here in an open enclosure like I said I was going to, just so we got a bit of passive income. So that's one idea. Split it between them and pig food. Like we've done with our chickens here, just so we got something trickling in. Or we go pig enclosures, because we should be prioritising the pigs and this sow hut is full. But space is a bit of an issue. Space is a bit of an issue. We can't put it up the side here because that hill is going to cause havoc unless we put it right up the top. Can you see how much of an elevation change it is as a ball ache? If we do open enclosure, then we've got to feed and water them the food. Obviously, I don't hold so much. I think I'm going to sleep on it, guys. I think I'm going to sleep on it. Because that's a big decision, considering it's the first time we've had a little bit of money to play with. So you could do a pasture in here. Because I think I told you once before, to get rid of the issue with the edge of map issue on Saxlingham, if you get that mod that allows you to place fences anywhere, as long as you put the pasture up here, when you do the customised fence, you can do it in the restricted area. So we could fit another enclosure in here. It's a shame we can't get that to fit. And how much are goats? So we can do just goats really cheap, right? The idea is I was literally just going to pop them in here. No real drama. Just we've got a little bit of passive income coming in. Could do it like that, actually, to avoid the hill issue. Because they can have the trees in the enclosure, that doesn't bother. We could do something like here. And then do the fencing up the hill. It is something else to feed. I've got to bear that in mind. It is something else to feed. If I did like on the edge here, and then do the fence going up the hill, we won't have the issue we had with the chickens where it does a weird flattening landscape thing. I'm hoping. Anyway, I'm hoping. Welcome in, Carlton, mate. I hope you're well. Yeah, I think I need to think about that one, guys. It's been a long day. I've been in pain all day, IRL. I've got a decision point to make. We've finally got money in the bank, and I don't want to piss it away. So what I think I'll probably do, guys, I'm going to wrap up the stream a little bit early. I hope you don't mind, but in the interest of me staying fit and well. And then when we come back next Sunday, I'll have a decision whether we're doing more pigs, which would be the logical thing because that is what this farm is. Whether we sink it all into pig food, knowing that we've got 100 piglets in here and about 75 piglets in there, so we've got plenty of pork on the way, right? Because what I'd like to probably do is fill up a shed with pig food. I know we've got the silo here as well, but we could like pile up, you know, to make use of some of these sheds, we could pile up a little stock of pig food, and then we ain't got to worry about it because that's what's killing us every month. We're having to spend about 8 grand on pig food. But what I think we'll do, guys, we'll wrap it up there, just so that, yeah, I'm not doing something that then come next week I'm regretting because I didn't have time to think about it when I weren't in pain. and then we'll go from there. So, reminder, I'm not here Tuesday. I'm not here Thursday. Sorry I'm shortchanging you by half an hour. I'll make it up to you. I'm sure you know that in the coming weeks. I hope you have a great start to your Easter holidays if you're with your family and kids and all that jazz. Otherwise, I will see you here next Sunday. Back on Saxlingham at 7 o'clock. And in the meantime, guys, go support the YouTube, go watch the videos. If you want something to do, stick one of them on in the background. It helps more than you know. If not, I'll speak to you, no doubt, in Discord. And I suppose keep an eye out on TikTok, because once my son's asleep in a Paris hotel room at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs. So it's not completely unreasonable that I might just spin up a random TikTok live from a hotel room, as I am known to have done in the past. But until then, guys, take care. Look after yourselves. I hope your Monday is kind to you. And I'll see you all next Sunday. Bye-bye.